Alexa, studio on.
Okay.
What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I thought we'd do a small tour of my office slash studio. One of the things I want to do in the future is bring more of my personality into these videos, things like cars, obviously photography, technology. Studio setups is one of the things that I love. Love watching videos on YouTube about them, love getting ideas. So I thought we'd do a small tour and see if there's anything that you guys can pick up to use for your setup. Let's get into it. Alright, so we'll start off with the main desk. Now this is just a cheap black desk from Officeworks, and it was a 150 by 150 both ways, and I actually cut it down and reattached it in just so it could fit in this gap here. Now I've got the two monitors set up. This is the first one that I had, which is just a Kogan special, a cheap one, 27-inch, okay colours, but I wanted to upgrade to the Mac Studio display because it's got the same colours as you look at on an iPad or an iPhone. Or I found I was struggling editing photos on this one, and then I'd send them to my phone to post on Instagram or something like that, and they just look completely different. So got the studio display there for my main one. Got the iPad down here, which is what I watch. I have like a podcast or a YouTube playing while I'm editing. UFC on Sundays, I watch every UFC every Sunday. I've done that for about 4 years, seeing every fight. So UFC's on there every Sunday, or otherwise it's just for mainly YouTube. Or sometimes I'll use it for Canva or Illustrator, designing logos and stuff like that. I've got the Logitech MX keys for Mac, which is an awesome keyboard, and I paired that with the MX Master 3 mouse from Logitech as well. This is probably the best mouse I've ever used. You've got your custom buttons on there, which I use for like copy and paste, scrolling side to side, zooming out, all that kind of stuff. One of my number one hacks is this thing as well, which is just a number pad. This one's a little bit more expensive than what you can find online. I just got it so it fits in with the look of the keyboard that I got there. But this thing, having the arrows and the numbers on the side that you can program apps like Final Cut and stuff like that, I can do all my editing now without taking my other hand off the mouse, which is lazy as fuck. I'm making a reel for that now. I reckon that's my number one tip for like editing productivity, is using that. You can use your command and your shift buttons all with one hand, and then quickly put your pinky finger over to move around. It's a cheap hack. You can pick some of those up for like 10-15 bucks off Amazon. I think that one was about 70 on Amazon, $70 Australian. So still not that expensive, and it helps a shitload. Alright, well down here in this little hole is where I keep my computer and my dock set up with all that kind of stuff, hard drives and everything. I'm using the M1 Mac Mini. Does what I need it to now. I am getting to the stage where I might need to upgrade for video editing and stuff like that. So I'm looking at getting a MacBook Pro, maybe a M1 Max chip. I've also got the CalDigit Thunderbolt 4 dock down here because I do have 4 hard drives that got plugged into it. I've got a 2 terabyte lacy one, which is almost full, and it's just got a stack of photos and stuff on it, which I still edit off. I've got a 10 terabyte lacy one as well, and then I've got a T5 from Samsung, which was the first one that I started editing videos off, and then I've just recently upgraded to a NVMe hard drive. So this is a little case that you can get to put an NVMe in, super fast. 2 terabyte in there as well. One thing I did notice, which no one really mentioned online, is it does heat up more than I expected in this enclosure. So I've just got these little USB fans in here just to move all the air out the back of there. That helped that issue. Now my key light setup that I've got here, I've just fixed that to the desk down here, took the legs off a cheap light stand and just screwed it straight in. This can spin around, so if I need it on me while I'm on the computer or I want it around there, that can move. Nice and handy, it's in a perfect spot. Got another light here just as a fill light. Sometimes I have that different colours on the background, on the roof, whatever. I do like the purple because I've got some red writing on some of the pictures that I've got up here, and I find that the purple just makes that glow. So that's it for here, guys, and we'll go around to the filming desk. Now, this is the main desk that I use to film at. It's a sit-stand desk. The legs are just from Kogan. It came with a small top on it that I removed and put this timber on that I had left over from when I was renovating my house. It does what you need to do. They aren't the most expensive legs, but for a desk that just goes up and down, it does everything I need to do. This setup here is something that I sort of set up myself, sort of got the idea off YouTube. A lot of people had these camera, microphone, monitor stands set up, and they had the wheels on the bottom rolling around. Some of them can get up to like $900 if you buy the ones with the wheels. So I actually bought this little table here that was 60 bucks, and then this cheaper, I think it was $200 or $300 stand that just clamps onto it. You've got your microphone, camera, you got a spot where I can put the Ninja, everything you need on there, and then you can just put shit down the bottom that you need while you're filming. I can roll that around anywhere with all the gear that I need, film from any different angle. I've got the Rode Video Mic NTG, that just stays up there all the time. Awesome mic that I've found for what I need. I don't know a whole lot about audio yet, but I reckon that sounds awesome. At the moment I'm filming on the Rode Wireless Go 2s. That's nice and easy to fit in there. It fits right underneath that table, so it just hides away. I can just bang the camera on whenever I need to. Got another little stand here. If I need to put a light on here just to fill in one side of my face or shine something on a product that I'm taking a photo of. But that's all for this one. I also do have a cupboard here, which I just have my camera bag in there with just a gear set up, charging points. I'm a Sparky, so I put all the power points and stuff in there. I've got my light chargers in there, GoPro chargers, anything that needs a cable and charging, and just a place to store my gear. I like shit neat, so if there's something that I can get out of view, I'll put it in there. Over onto this wall, up here, we've got these bits of art that I got from Displate, and they're my 4 favourite people. We've got Elon Musk, Einstein, Steve Jobs, and Mike Tyson. They're all pretty revolutionary in the fields that they worked in. Down here, we've got a little shelf, which I'm planning to get a second one of these. I've just been too lazy to go to IKEA and pick one up. Once I get the second one, I've got some LED strip lights to go in there. At the moment, I'm just using the Aperture MC lights to light up under there. And then got this globe to light up as well. So I keep just spare lenses, my A7 III. I've got down here is my first MacBook that I ever got, first iPod, and my first iPhone. The iPod is my favourite because that was my first bit of Apple technology that I got. And if you don't know, I'm an Apple dick rider, so love Apple shit. I like having those there, the first of each piece that I got. And then I've got the Amazon Alexa there, which obviously turns all the lights on and off. I've got my dad's old Sony CyberShot, which this thing is wild. Absolutely shocking camera quality now, but the whole lens actually tilts on the camera. So instead of a flip screen, you just got a flip camera, which is pretty wild. I feel like it would have been easier just to move the screen instead of half the camera, but I don't know. I feel like they didn't think things through properly back in the day. I've also got one of my mum's old video cameras up here as well. This thing is like a fucking horror movie. I just put this on the night mode and I just walk around the house looking through here, and it's fucking creepy. Don't really use that for anything else apart from just dicking around. Got a little tree up there, and this is my dad. He's the latest addition to the shelf. He just passed away at the end of last year, so we finally got him back and thought I'd put him up there as well. And then down the bottom, just got some camera cages and stuff like that. Over in this corner, I've got this little couch that I've had since I was 13 or 14 maybe. This is the comfiest couch I've ever owned, and I will never get rid of it. People keep telling me just buy a new one, but no, I'm keeping this forever. Eventually I'll get it reupholstered black because I fucking love black, and if I can get something in black, I'll buy it. But apart from that, and the foot cushions down here, and a little plant in the corner there, that is this side of the room. Just a little chill out area for watching TV. Over here is a TV. Got this little cheap cabinet off Kogan. I think that was only 200 bucks. I wanted something black and real small just to hold the TV on. That was perfect. This is a Samsung Q90, I think. It's 2 or 3 years old. It's 83-inch TV, 4K, nothing special. PS5 down there as well. I'm either watching YouTube, maybe a little bit of Netflix documentary or something like that, or playing PlayStation. Don't play it too often now that I'm doing YouTube and stuff like that. I don't really find time. But that's it for this video, guys. That's the office. Hope you enjoyed it. And let us know down in the comments anything I can improve in here or anything that you liked. If you want to know more information on anything that I've got in here, let us know down in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.